Good evening to Professor Madya, Dr. Muhammad Effendi bin Masli, and my fellow friends. Today, I would like to present my mock proposal on the title of Ethnobotanical of Medicinal Ferns of Kayan Community at Kampung Langbomang, Baram. These are the table of contents. First of all, this research was conducted on a study of medicinal fern species of Kayan Community in Kampung Langbomang, Baram. However, it investigates the various types of fern species utilized by Kayan community for traditional medicine since most ferns are edible but not 100% safe to consume. In Kayan people perspective, they believe ferns are not only a source of food but also for medicine, especially the elders. Furthermore, fern species like Diclasium esculentum and Stenoclena palustris are rich in natural iron and antioxidants. Also, Cybotium baromex, used as a staple in Kayan first aid, and also they use ferns to treat stomach aches and restorative drinks for women after childbirth in order to strengthen their body. Apart from that, there are also the problem that we are having to make research of these ferns. Firstly, there is a gap between the fields of traditional and modern medicine, where the use of traditional medicine is decreasing and disappearing. Thus, it caused the locals of Kampung Langbomang cannot afford the modern medicine, since a lot of people nowadays use the modern medicine. They believe the modern medicine cures diseases faster than traditional medicine. Although many fern species are widely edible, the method of preparations needs to take seriously, as there is a lack of biochemical profiles linking in traditional methods like boiling or steaming. Otherwise, the overcollection of medicinal fern species will lead to the extinction of their habitats as the pharmacology can be explored. These are the objectives of my proposal. First, to observe the medicinal fern species and its uses in treating diseases among Kayan community at Kampung Langbomang. Second, to record the traditional ethnobotanical knowledge of specific therapeutic uses fern species were experienced by the locals. And lastly, to measure the effectiveness of medicinal ferns within the daily lives and health practices of Kayan community. Firstly, the traditional ecological knowledge (TEK) of Kayan community. In Orang Ulu communities, Kayan community is the largest race in Baram, Sarawak, which is called upriver people. Lots of medicinal ferns have been found in the forest where it used to treat diseases like fever, stomach aches, and skin infections. They are easy to obtain where the locals need to collect fern species like Diclasium esculentum and Stenoclena palustris because they act as a source of medicines and functions as centers for social and economic life. However, the traditional medicinal knowledge has been forgotten due to the erosion of cultural heritage, and the population's lifestyles are changing quickly under the pressure of rapid modernization. Second, medicinal ferns, pteridophytes in Borneo among Kayan community. Ferns are crucial in treating diseases among elders in Kampung Langbomang. For instance, Stenoclena palustris treats fever, skin diseases, and stomach aches traditionally because it has high antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. Also, the fern species like Acrostichum and Dicranopteris linearis have high levels of phenolic compounds which are good for health and fast cure the diseases. Third, ethnobotanical landscape of the Baram River Basin. Sungai Apo is the main river in Kampung Langbomang where it contains a lot of sources for locals such as medicine, food, spiritual and livelihood needs. According to the recent ethnobotanical assessment across Sarawak, there are still small ethnic groups of ferns still remain under documented surveys. So, the Kayan community are taking actions in actively safeguard culturally if anyone who come and collect or disturb the habitat of ferns as they grow there. Additionally, Stenoclena palustris and Diclasium esculentum are becoming extinct due to excessive consumption and foraging. In this research, I used interview method, qualitative and quantitative methods. For interview, I prepared a Google Form platform to identify the number of Kayan people who are using the specific ferns as a traditional medicine to treat their diseases. I prioritized teenagers and the elderly around the age of 20 to 40-year-old to analyze the effectiveness of ferns like Stenoclena palustris and Diclasium esculentum, also with Cybotium baromex and Nephrolepis biserata in medicine among Kayan community. Besides, I use qualitative method to focus on the relationship of Kayan people and the fern species that can be used for medicinal purposes. I want to observe the fern species in their area, especially near to the Sungai Apo, and identify how to prepare ferns as medicine, like boiling, steaming, or crushing and applying to the skin. Observing the fern habitat is a must due to its overcollection by the human activity. In quantitative method, the finding of Diclasium esculentum has showed the fidelity level for medicine in treating fever is 56.25%, which is lower than Stenoclena palustris that used 87.5% higher in treating skin infections among Kayan community. However, Diclasium esculentum is still one of the most effective ferns in treating disease among other other medicinal ferns. Thus, locals in Kampung Lamumang still not aware of the ability of this fern to cure fever. The use value is 1.56, high diversity of medicinal uses per person, where the data showed this fern is safe to consume. Lastly, the Stenoclena palustris data shows the highest fidelity is 87.5% than Diplegium esculentum. This is because this fern could heal the locals better when they are attacked by skin disease. Apart from that, due to its strongest consensus and medicinal versatility, it can cure skin infection among the Kayan community. 29 use reports were recorded across all illness categories, demonstrating the frequent traditional application. Thus, its use value is 1.81 higher versatility than Diplegium esculentum. Finally, the data demonstrates the Stenoclena palustris is excellence in the applications of traditional medicine among Kayan people. Throughout my study on ethnobotanical of medicinal ferns of Kayan community at Kampung Lamumang, my expected outcome would be that my study will provide guidance to the local in order to avoid misled knowledge among them when applying ferns as a traditional medicine. I expected to produce a detailed inventory of fern species, linking the formal scientific classifications with local Kayan nomenclature. Other than that, by making young people and old people aware that ferns are very important is one of my expected study because it helps them to reapply traditional Kayan medicines among them. Throughout my research, I've been conducting my research for 9 months where the pre-field work and preparations need to be done in month 1 until month 3. The fieldwork and data collection will be conducted after that in month 4 until month 5. Besides, I need to do taxonomic identification and quantitative analysis in month 6 until month 7. And after that, write up and review in month 8 until month 9. Finally, the final review and submission will be conducted in month 9, the last month. These are the references and sources that I found when conducting the research. Thank you.